charity. That's pizza with a purpose.
So I'm going to be talking with Jack Silberman at In Shape MD. He's brought with him a very special guest. This is Marie Gilbreath. But I need to say, Marie, that I'm extending to you the offer of being the guest host on 3+U, because you are not only a great spokesperson for what Jack does at In Shape MD, but you can hold an audience in the palm of your hand, can't you?
Sure enough, I've had a lot of them to do so.
So Jack saw me this morning. He said, I promise you, Julie, you're going to love who I brought today.
Yes.
She's going to keep you in stitches. You're kind of a surprise case. You've got some friends who might be watching who have no idea what you've been up to since June.
No, and none of my customers do. They just know that after I had surgery on my hand, that I'd begin to lose some weight. I've always felt good, but I pretended a lot too, you know.
Yeah.
But now I really feel good. I've lost 40 pounds since June 1st. And the direction you get from this company, from Shaping Company, is wonderful. It's just wonderful.
So I don't want to get into too much detail, but do you mind revealing your age?
Well, I'm past 70.
Okay, that's the polite way to put it. But the three of us were having a conversation, and you said the older you get, you don't feel your age.
No.
You feel you're still working, obviously.
Right. I work 40 hours a week most of the time, or any time they need me. I'm there.
And I guess what's a testament that she brings, Jack, is that there's never a time in your life where it's not a good time to live your best life.
That's right. She's working on, I call it the second half, but she's picked up a notch. When most people start slowing down on that second half, she's picked it up, and she lives every single day like it's the best day of her life.
It is.
She's her enthusiasm, her motivation, her positivity, and just the fact that she's lost 40 pounds, she feels great. I can't slow her down.
Now, here's what's interesting to me, Marie, and you can kind of take the ball and run with it. But I think what Jack said is, as happy as you were to lose the weight through the HCG, you've really come to like the fitness side of things that he offers.
Oh, listen, we have got the nicest young man at the fitness center that ever was. I mean, Stefan is just so kind. He's even kind to older people, you know. And he understands. You know, one day I told him, I said, one day you won't be this handsome, young, good man now. You'll get older like myself. He says, I hope I'm as happy as you.
Oh,
He's just
that's
wonderful
beautiful.
to be with, yes.
So what does he do that makes it so enjoyable to come and burn some calories even more?
Well, when I signed up for the program, I didn't realize Jack here, honey, signed me up, and I didn't realize what I had. You know, sometimes it's like buying a car, you don't know what's in it until you get there. Well, this is where I was with the Shaping Center, because everybody's so kind. They follow up on you. They meet your needs.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do the same as a 20-year-old.
Right.
But I'm still standing when they're sitting.
Right, right.
And I love the fitness center, because he does his work around what my needs are, and that's great. And he never seems to be in any hurry, because, you know, the older you get, the slower you're supposed to be.
Right, but not true for you.
No, you slow down.
What's interesting for me, too, with you is that what you do for work, you're on your feet a lot.
8 hours a day.
So has the time spent with Jack helped you to not have as many aches and pains? Did you have some posture problems before?
Well, you just don't. I've never had that problem, because I've always worked and been on my feet. And I have good shoes. I had a great attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And to have those things, it's mind control. Your mind will tell you.
So did that mind control come into play, do you think, to help you be successful with his program? Because even though the HCG shots kind of do it for you, so to speak, you've got to understand what you're doing before you start.
Right, you sure do. I never get into anything unless I research what I'm doing or what's going to happen once I finish. It's like any exercise program. You've got to continue it. It's not something that will happen unless you put something in it.
Were you, even though I know you trusted him or else you wouldn't have done it,
right,
were you kind of surprised when you began to see this weight pour off?
No, because that's exactly what I wanted. You know, you're not surprised when you ask. I guess that's where my faith comes in. Because when I asked, you know, what can I do? I've either got to buy new clothes, or I've got to lose this weight to get in what I have. So losing the weight was what I had to do.
Is this what gets you out of bed every morning, because
Every
you know
day.
you're excited to help people?
These kind of stories, just to see people's life change, Julie, in such a short period of time, and to be able to live this just with that enthusiasm, what a blessing. What a blessing it is.
You know, I know your positivity did not come from this weight loss. Clearly you had that to begin with.
I've had most of it, yes. I lost my parents when I was very, very young, less than 8 years old. And my aunt in Knoxville raised me in a restaurant and a motel. After I finished school, I said, you know, there's got to be more to life than just sitting and waiting for it to pass. And that's just the beginning. But I've been everywhere. I've been all over the world, military. I've done things that a lot of people my age has never thought about doing. But I've never given up the thought that I've always wanted to be a size 6. And now I'm a size 6.
And now you're a size 6.
Yes.
So has this experience, this over the course of this summer, has it made you kind of look ahead now to some other goals you might have, or some things you're looking forward to doing now that you're that size 6?
Well, people ask me, how much longer do you plan on working? As long as I'm breathing, you know. I want to be carried out feet first, not head first.
Yeah.
You know? So
I know you told me you love talking to people. You're in the process of writing a book.
I'm writing a book now that people don't know about. People don't know that this program I was on, I wanted them to know in some ways. In some ways I thought, no, let them just see the difference. Man, you've lost a lot of weight.
Well, have you heard that from people?
Every day. And how do you have your attitude? I said, well, your attitude comes from within. It's from the heart. And I basically love people. And I love the program that I'm on.
So when Jack asked you to come on and share your story with us, is part of what made you want to come the idea that maybe you can reach somebody and help them see what they can do?
If they had been through the family that I've been through, and most of the people here know this family. Carrie Fitch, which was my daughter-in-law, we lost her a year ago this past 4th of July. That made me and motivated me to want to really lose more weight than what I had. It seemed like life is short anyway, the short years that you live. So get the best of it that you can. And weight is something you carry that nobody's fault but your own. Overeating. You know, not so much how much you eat, the things you eat. But I enjoy the program. I enjoyed even the short 4 weeks program with
HCG.
Yes, shot.
And I like what you call Jack's business. What do you call it?
I don't know, In Shape, I think, or
In Shape.
Yeah.
MD.
In Shape.
Sometimes she calls it Shape and Company. All she knows is that you got her in shape.
In shape, I love
Got
it.
me in shape, you know, and they're nice to me.
And they're
They take my check. You know, this, I'm telling you, everybody needs this to go out to this program because it's wonderful.
What do you mean they take your check?
Well, I wrote him a check and he took it.
Oh, in other words, okay.
You know, and I said, let me sign up. After I saw this trainer, Stefan, I said, somebody said, well, how much it costs to go out there? I don't know. It don't matter. I signed up for another year.
Because he's pretty good looking?
Oh, he's not only good looking, but he is so kind. And Jack and all of them are. You feel safe because it's medically. They take your blood pressure. They make sure that everything that you're doing is right on go.
Right.
So it's been very helpful for me.
And I think, Jack, that she obviously had this effervescent personality to begin with. But part of what you share with me, too, is that there are people who come in, and I know that Marie said that you can sort of determine your weight by what you eat. For a lot of people, that's been a lifelong struggle, and that can turn you inward. You watch people emerge on a regular basis as they tap into who they want to be.
What a beautiful thing, too, to be part of that journey, because that's such an obstacle for so many people. They get stuck. They've tried everything. They don't know that there's a hope beyond what they've done. And when they come in and we transform their lives in just 30 days, it's an amazing transition, especially to go on further.
Well, it's a rare time that Jack is here and he's tongue-tied, so congratulations.
I knew I could shut him up.
You can get in touch with Jack at In Shape MD. If you're lucky enough, you might be there on a day that Marie is working out, and y'all can talk.
On Thursday, I come every Thursday. I make sure I'm there every Thursday. In fact, I'm not supposed to be here this morning because most people don't know that I did this program to lose this weight.
Well, your secret's out. I hate to tell you.
I'm sure that it is.
We're back after this.
Oh, gosh.
If you've been